Aloha from the Ozarks. Folks, I am inside of a 16 by 40 garden shed from our Essential series, which means that we use LP Smart siding and LP Smart flooring instead of our pressure-treated plywood siding and pressure-treated plywood flooring. Saves you a little bit of money for us to use the LP Smart, but you still get a super high quality building. Aside from that, everything else is built exactly the same, which means 2 by 4 wall studs, pressure treated, 16 inches apart. We double stud them every third wall stud, and that's down all along the walls, okay? Strong walls. Single 2 by 4 at the bottom of the walls, double 2 by 4s at the wall caps, at the tops of the walls, okay? It means a strong, sturdy wall. We double stud the door and window frames at a minimum. Double stud. In this case right here, it's triple studded there and quadruple across the bottom, just because of the way it placed on this building, okay? But we double stud our door and window frames always, okay? And what that means is that your doors and windows are going to open and shut freely like they're supposed to once this building is on your site, set up and leveled, okay? Other companies may not double stud their door and window frames, which means there's going to be some flex, some give in those, and the windows and doors may not open and shut freely like they're supposed to, but ours will, because we double stud them. Those windows and door frames are going to stay square with the building, okay? So walls are well built. At the tops of the walls, I mentioned those double studded wall caps. That makes for a strong top of the wall, and then we mount our roof trusses to the tops of those double studded wall caps with this metal hurricane screw right underneath here. Each of these screws are rated for over 800 pounds of tensile strength. And we mount our roof trusses to the wall tops with those screws, which gives us a 150 mile an hour engineer certified wind gust rating. That's a big deal, okay? So it'll withstand a strong gust of wind. All right, our roof trusses, also 2 by 4s, also pressure treated. And I want you to notice how our roof trusses are made, and I want you to notice a detail that you may not have paid attention to. The bottom of that roof truss is anchored to the top of that wall, and it goes all the way across and is anchored down on that side. We have lateral stability built into our roof trusses in our buildings because of the way we do our roof trusses. When you shop around and you look inside other companies' portable buildings, what you're going to find is they don't have that bottom roof truss going all the way across. They take a shorter piece of wood and mount it up higher, and then they don't offer that lateral stability that our buildings have built in just because of the way we do our roof trusses. It saves them money to use a shorter piece of wood for the base of that roof truss, but it also, by saving them money, it also loses you strength, lateral stability strength inside your building, okay? So that's something to keep in mind. GRACELAND builds them better, all right? Our roofs are OSB roof decking, which is standard in the roofing industry. On the top of the roof is the metal on the outside. Between the metal outside and that roof decking is a moisture barrier. It's a tar paper. And then on the inside of this particular building, we have the radiant barrier roof upgrade applied. That reflects out 97% of the sun's radiant heat, and it makes a huge difference in the extreme summertime temperatures, okay? So I always recommend you to get the radiant barrier roof upgrade if you're getting any decently sized building, and especially if you're gonna have people or critters inside the building. It makes a big difference in the summertime, okay? It is an optional upgrade, so if you're ordering a custom build, you do not have to get that radiant barrier roof upgrade. It's optional. All right, so I talked to you about how the roofs are made. I talked to you about how the walls are made. Another thing that I want to talk to you about is, I can't really show you the camera up there, but we've got a soffit ventilation system that runs the entire sidewall of that building, of that wall, and this entire sidewall. A soffit vent that's built in. You can maybe see a little bit of light peeking in from the soffit vent there. And what that does is that allows airflow to come in, and then it works in conjunction with our screened-in roof ridge vent. That screened-in roof ridge vent runs the entire peak of the roof. It's screened in to keep out bugs and debris, but it works in conjunction with those soffit vents on the sides. Those soffit vents are patented by GRACELAND, so they have the exclusive on that, but that allows airflow to come in and go out, up. And that means we move a whole lot more air inside our buildings than our competitors who may offer ventilation systems that are like one little tiny vent right up there in the top corner of the building, and then one more tiny vent all the way on the other end, and that's all they've got for airflow. Well, we've got airflow all along the sidewall, and at the roof. That means we move out a lot of air, and that helps keep your building cooler in the hot summertime, but it also helps get the humidity out of the building. So that's a big deal, something that I think you should definitely consider if you're shopping around how the other company is going to get humidity out of your building. All right, we've got a superior ventilation system, and Graceland has a patent on how they do that. Okay, so I talked about the walls, talked about the roof and our vent system. Let me talk to you about our flooring. 5/8 inch LP Smart flooring in this building. It is tongue and groove, so every slab is interlocked with the other slabs. By the way, the LP Smart siding is also tongue and groove, so they're interlocked, okay? Underneath the floor, in the subfloor, we use 2x6 floor joists, not 2x4s, but 2x6s. They're also pressure treated, just like our wall studs are pressure treated, okay? And like our wall studs, they are 16 inches apart. The floor joists going across there are 16 inches apart. You can get an optional upgrade to put them at 12 inches apart for our super heavy duty flooring if that's what you want. But most people just go with our 16-inch standard floor joist, 16 inches on center, and they're 2x6s, okay, all the way across. Underneath the 2x6s, we use 4x6 runners. They're the things that basically make contact with the ground. Those 4x6 runners are also pressure treated, and they're notched out 1 inch deep every 16 inches or every 12 inches. Wherever a floor joist runs across, we notch it out 1 inch deep so that floor joist sits down inside that 4x6 runner. So that gives you a super strong and sturdy subfloor structure. Unlike a lot of other companies, they don't build them the same way. Graceland does a better job of building them. We build them with higher quality materials and higher quality craftsmanship. All right, now, the pricing on this building, it's going to vary depending on what month you're looking at pricing, because each month we have different discounts, okay? And I try to always apply the discount to the pricing. So wherever you're seeing, if you're watching this video, look in the video description. I should have the most up-to-date pricing listed down there. If you go to my website, I should have the most up-to-date pricing listed on the website. If you hit me up on Facebook, I should have it updated there. I do my best to update it in all 3 places whenever our discounts change out. Okay, so always take a look at that to see what our discount is. And in addition to that, if you're active duty or retired military, we thank you for your service, but we also do have a military discount that is available to you. So let me know. Delivery is free within the first 50 miles from my lot. After 50 miles, there is a delivery charge, okay? Big building like this requires 3 drivers. We gotta have a pilot vehicle in front, pilot vehicle in back, and then the truck and trailer driver, all right? And then we gotta have special permits. So there is a delivery charge after the first 50 miles. Our delivery includes setting up the building on the concrete blocks that you provide and anchoring it into the ground. Other companies don't include the anchoring, but we do, okay? So if you have any questions, you know what to do. Reach out to me, read this video description. Aloha from the Ozarks.